What's up, and welcome to episode 25 of Brewing Through the Multiverse. I'm Mike.
And I'm Joel. I'm back.
How we doing, man? Oh! Look at that can.
Yeah. So we got,
All right.
for me, I have a Mad River Maple. Oh, my blur's killing it. Maple Ale.
All right. Awesome. I wonder
So
what
I'm
that's
excited
like.
to try this.
Is it like sweet with maple? Is it just
Well,
a
let's
little
give it
tender
a go.
taste? Yeah. I got over here some elaborate metaphor from Burlington. Nice and light.
It tastes like somebody poured an IPA into an empty Aunt Jemima's bottle.
So it's amazing then. It's absolutely the tastiest thing on earth because I love both.
Yeah, the maple is definitely very subtle. It's not overwhelmingly sweet or anything. Like hops is the first taste, but
Okay.
the aftertaste, the second tone or note rather, is maple.
Now, does it taste like a good maple or like that artificial maple that kind of makes you
I would say
pucker?
good maple. I think it blends well with the
Okay.
flavor of the beer. I have to give a
Okay.
shout out to my coworker Sean, who hooked me up with a surprise 4-pack. So that's why I have a beverage to drink tonight. So
Sean,
thank you,
you're a
Sean.
hero.
Yeah.
Thank you. Awesome, man. Well, so let's just address the past few weeks. I had to force a week off for us. I was getting ready for my knife show. I could not pull a minute together. I was stressing too hard. And then the following week, you ended up having a wedding.
Yep.
And that was where Keldon was able to step in. I apologize so much. I was so worried about getting Keldon set up and the audio quality and my headset, and I never checked where my audio was coming out of. I did it out of my computer mic. I'm sure if anyone listened to it, it was terrible. I apologize because the episode is fantastic. Keldon on top of his shit. So just muscle through me. I'm loud and obnoxious, so you could hear me clearly. I apologize. Hopefully, we're all fixed today. But so here we are on this week, and how are you doing, man? Easy peasy. How's life?
Works intense.
Yeah.
Honestly, more so than anything, it's we haven't played Commander in a long time, and that is starting to eat at me. And we don't have any dates on the book, so I think after this we should try to figure out when we can play again.
Yeah. Yeah, this is honestly the biggest drought we've had. Probably in a year, I would say. We've been pretty good for months and months now. We're
Yeah.
probably close to a year.
So yeah,
But we'll
let's fix that.
get it in. Yeah, for sure. Um, Not even like we could do it this weekend. I'm not even gonna be around. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
this guy. Yeah, maybe in 2 weeks.
We'll get it. Yeah, it'll
Anyway,
be
how about
fine.
yourself? How was the knife show?
The knife show was fantastic. I did better than I could have ever imagined. Just really killed it out there. Met awesome people. The knife makers are so cool. Um, my what is it? The bone saw that I had made
Yeah.
got so much attention. I put it out there, and I mean, I talked as much, if not more, about Magic the Gathering to people than I did about
Did
knives.
anybody
It was
recognize
fun.
it?
Yes, yeah. People were taking photos with it. People were posing with it. People were sending it to people. One guy was hell bent on selling it on some website. I mean, it was cool. So
Word. I'm glad.
yeah, representing magic even in the knife world.
Hell yeah, brother. Spread the love.
Yeah, but I'm back. I have been playing a ton of Thunder Junction, Standard, Limited, and all that stuff because I can't help myself when a new set comes out. And it was our birthdays this past
It
few
was.
days,
It was. Yes, it
so
was.
I treated myself to some gems and some some stuff.
Some jemmies.
Yeah, I also bought some cards. I have a whole section about the purchasing of cards. So we'll get to that
Cool.
later. Let's talk about some limited, man. Have you played any Thunder Junction Limited?
Yes, so I did 2 drafts, and I got absolutely shit housed in both of them.
Okay.
I 0-3'd
What
both of them.
were you playing? Why do you think it happened?
So the first one I 0-3'd, it was I drafted Is It, which is like the cast a second spell
Yeah.
theme. Um and I forget what rare I got. Oh, I got Molten Duplication as like my first pack, and I kind of tried to do like a low to the ground, like spell slinger ish kind of deck. And there's a lot of cards that are like, oh, when you cast your second spell, you get some benefit or whatever. And I just found that I didn't have enough of a board presence uh to deal with like some threats. Like I ran out of cards after blowing my load trying to like either remove things or deal damage to the face. And I just don't know if limited is a great place for like a stormy spell slingery kind of like build. Honestly, it doesn't seem to work very well in my opinion, in my experience.
Yeah, well, were you playing the sealed or the draft?
Draft.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, right. You had in the first pick. Um, all right, which is it's better because I played a lot of sealed, and you can't really get anything cohesive because everything's so powerful. If you're trying to do a synergy with a limited pool, like what's available, it really doesn't have time to shine over these bombs and powerhouses in this set. I mean, I'm sure you noticed it playing even just two of them.
Dude,
Fucking wild cards are running around right
opening
now.
yeah, dude, opening a pack and seeing like mythic, rare, 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 it's like fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's just so many
Yeah,
cards. Like
yeah,
it's this set is kind of bonkers in terms of like the two extra bonus sheets. Like it's a lot.
yeah, yeah. This is the most powerful um, limited I've played. I've been playing. They do the rotation with the quick, and I've been playing them so often. And there was something about this that I didn't even know how to build for. Normally, I do efficiency removal, and you just get through. But I don't even know how to crack this. I had the same issue where almost everything I'm playing is maybe I get one, two, possibly three wins before I lose out. I haven't seen any six or sevens. Um, I don't
Yeah,
know how to even handle it, and I'm
I'm
not
just not
I'm
getting it.
making yeah, I'm happy with my decks. I'm making cool decks, and I'm playing great plays, and everything's working to how I play Magic, but I can't land wins. And I'm like I said, I'm doing great stuff. I'm taking people down to 1, and but I don't know, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
Do you plan on playing more limited, or are you just
Yeah,
gonna go to
no, I
constructed?
I I like limited because it's one of my preferred ways to build my collection of a new set. I know
Yeah,
I'm woefully behind on recent standard sets, but with like Thunder Junction in particular, with all like the rares and stuff, I really feel like I'm walking away with more rares and relevant cards than I would be if I just like bought a couple packs.
yeah,
So, if I owe three, I owe three. I am kind of like flustered and want to do more, to do better. So I almost like out of stubbornness, I want to continue to keep drafting just till I get at least a couple of W's on the board.
yeah. I hear you. It's like, playing Fortnite when a new season comes out, I have to play religiously until I get my victory. That way I get my victory umbrella for the season, and, that's kinda what it is with the sealed, where it's like I gotta play until I get my 7 wins, and I'm not even close to it yet,
Yeah,
so,
not yet.
yeah. Yeah. I took a little break from the sealed to play constructed. Um, really what I mean is I ran out of gems, so
Yeah, that's what they get you.
it's all the same, but I'll get back in there.
And
Um
then I just want to quickly point out that my other pool was a Golgari pile, led by Vraska the Silencer, who I didn't really get much value out of, unfortunately. The one game I got her out, she was removed immediately, and then the next game I got her out, I never had the extra mana to pay to get the token copy of their thing, so I found that that was a bit of a struggle, and then she got removed. But the last thing I just want to say before we go to your experiences was I love Caustic Bronco though. I'm a big
Caustic
fan.
Bronco.
Yeah, the 2 mana 2/2 Snake Horse mount. When it attacks to reveal the top card of your library, put in your hand, you lose like evil to its mana value if it isn't saddled. Otherwise, each opponent loses that much life. So My typical, like the best play I ended up having in any one of my games was turn two Caustic Bronco, turn three Vraska, and then yeah, you just kept using Vraska to saddle the Bronco.
That's really cool. I have not played this. I have not played against this. It looks cool. So it worked. Like it got you
Yeah, no,
cards. You
the cards and them losing life too, and because I didn't want to necessarily swing with Vraska, um, so I was just using the fact that the card draw to gain some.
yeah.
I mean, it helped that they didn't have any blockers out at the time because once they did, I did it one last time just to get one more card out of it. Um, but I definitely enjoyed the Bronco. Like I think it's a solid card.
Would you say that it's playable in standard, or is this just a good limited card?
I think it was just a good limited card, honestly, just because like my experience was it's only a 2/2 and saddling it doesn't make it any more evasive. So even so, like eventually a 2/2 just doesn't cut it anymore. And
Yeah.
like unless you're running into like a token deck that's going wide with a bunch of 1/1 like the mercenary tokens, um, I just found that people just were willing to trade with it. So I was only really, you know what I mean? Like there was a game where I only got one card the first time, and it hurt me. So
Hmm. Right. Okay. That makes sense because these are the cards I look for card draw the most in my limited decks,
yeah,
my
it's
standard
certainly no
constructed.
Bob. Certainly no Bob.
Yeah, no. But I hate putting a card in my deck that says, you know, draw 3 cards, draw 2 cards, do this to draw cards. Would much prefer it to be part of a system.
Yeah.
One of my new favorite card draw cards is actually Demonic Ruckus. I'm going to be talking about this card for a long time, so get ready to hear it. It's a 2 mana enchantment aura. Um, and so it's 1 in a red. It gives +1/+1 trample and menace, and you can plot it for 1 red. When the enchantment is put into the graveyard, draw a card. So my favorite thing about this is turn 1, when you don't have anything to do, you could just plot this and put this off to the side turn 1. That 1 mana plot is huge because now
Yeah.
it's this free enchantment that'll pump anything at any time, give it menace and give it trample. So now
And it
suddenly the
replaces
cost
itself.
and it replaces itself. Yeah, so like if you have a deck that wants things to die, pump it for 0 mana because you plotted it, swing out, do what you gotta do, kill your thing, get a card draw, and it would be great for Caustic Bronco too, because now suddenly it's a 3/3, it has menace, it'll have trample, that way even if you have to get through 2/2/2s, you could still hit something and get your card draw or whatever. I mean, Demonic Ruckus is awesome, and it's 1 red mana to put it away, and
Yeah.
then it's there for free whenever you need it. So I'm gonna be playing the shit out of
Good card.
that.
Good uncommon.
Yeah, yeah. But that's what I like about card draw right now is you can put it on a useful card like a Caustic Bronco or like an enchantment that pumps, and you get your card draw.
Plus the art is awesome. Is that
Yeah,
Rakdos just like fucking raging out?
I
I'm a
guess
big
so.
fan. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rakdos just swinging his twin blades. People are trying to attack him on stagecoaches. That's cool.
damn. Yeah, dude. Rakdos is cool. I don't think I'm ever gonna play the muscle. It's a cool card, but I don't think it'll ever really do what I need it to do. I think the
And
Rakdos from Murders was better.
that's a bold statement.
No, that one's great.
What was
For the that's the one where at the end of turn, if something died, um, they have to sacrifice something, or you draw 2 cards. Nope, I'm totally wrong, but it's something like that. At the end of the day, you draw 2 cards. Is I think what it is.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Flample 6/6 end step. Target opponent may sacrifice 2 non-land non-tokens if they don't draw 2. Okay. Versus 5 mana, 6/5 Flample. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, exile cards equal to its mana value from the top of the target player's library. Till your next end step, you may play those cards, and mana of any type can be cast. Can be used to cast those spells. You can sacrifice a creature to give it indestructible. Tap it.
What do you think? What do you weigh in? Which is the
I
one you
only
would put in your deck?
I only lean towards Rakdos the muscle because it's only 5 instead of 6.
Hmm.
That's really like the and I also enjoy the sacrifice to give it indestructible thing. Like I love that it has built-in protection. So obviously these are two different shells that these would go into.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose to build around one, I probably would choose Rakdos the Muscle
All right. Damn.
and do like a
Nice.
Judith type of like, Rakdos aristocrats type of shenanigans.
Yeah. Yeah. That way you can always give them that indestructible, kind of like Lich King of Angmar, right? That's
Yes.
the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. I just love the idea of your opponent at the end of the turn having to choose two non-token, non-land permanents to
Yeah, the
sacrifice.
non-token is actually like a pretty big detriment there because, it's
Yeah,
easy to sacrifice a treasure or like a 1/1 soldier, but
yeah, because you do not want to sacrifice two cards that you cast from hand. That
oh,
sucks.
oh,
But you're gonna have me sitting on the other side of the table with this big smile on, like, so do I draw two cards? Let me draw two cards. Like,
damn
I
it, I
like
could
that.
already hear
That's
you saying it.
yeah, that feels very Rakdos, and I enjoy it. Um, But yeah, there's been a few other cards that I ran across that I have not thought about from this set, and then they got just dropped to me in limited, and they were powerhouses. So have you come across Smuggler's Surprise?
No.
Okay, so it's a spree card. It's a rare green. It's one green mana to cast, and then you can either pay 2 mana to mill 4 cards. You may put up to 2 creature cards and or land cards from among the milled cards into your hand. So it's only the ones that get milled. So it's not like you're really able to pick up anything from your graveyard. But for 5 mana, so four and a green, you may put up to 2 creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. In standard right now, the shit that you can just drop for 6 mana at instant speed is crazy. It's crazy because it happened in limited and they dropped 2 monsters. And I was like, oh my God,
That's
you
a
can do it.
lot.
Dude, yeah, and you can ramp so easily right now in standard. Turn 4, turn 5, you could drop like a Galta and a
Atali?
Atraxis, a Tali or
Atraxa?
a Traxa. I mean, for 6 mana at
That's
instant
fat.
speed.
That's
And
fat.
you can even, just pay that extra 2 to mill the 4 and see if you could get something better. But there's also, you could pay 1 more mana. Creatures you control with power 4 or greater gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So for a 1 mana card, this is something that's playable right now in standard, possibly in other formats. And I have 2 of them now for Commander. I went and I bought one and then I pulled one. So
Nice.
yeah,
That's the way.
and they're not cheap. They're not cheap. But totally under my radar. I had no idea about it until I played against
Yeah.
it, and
Though to
it
be
was
fair, I don't
wild.
think really anything in Thunder Junction is really has really spiked yet.
Okay, I found out just today. There is a Slick Shot Show Off. I'm sure you've heard of that. That's that 2 mana rare 1/2 with flying
Yeah.
and haste and plot. Dude, it's like $20.
Why is it so expensive?
It's played in every
Storm, I
format right now
guess. Yeah.
for the prowess, because you could just put it away and then yes, storm or any sort of prowess that like pumps up. It comes out, it has haste, and you didn't have to spend any mana. So it's almost like what it was explained in the podcast I was listening to about it. It was you can just kind of move that 2 mana forwards, and this thing is protected. So
Makes sense.
yeah,
So right now, just
but
add a
had
quick
no idea.
quick market update for anyone that's following along that gives a damn about it. Tiny Bones the Pickpocket is currently occupying the top spot for the set. Um
What's his price right now?
regular is 25, 26, creeping up to 27. The showcase is at like 32.
Damn. Okay.
Followed by Extended Art Terror of the Peaks, Extended Art Jace Reawakened, and closing out with Bristly Bill Spine Sower Extended Edition. Extended Art, rather.
Yeah, Bristly Bill. I grabbed one of them too.
Yeah.
Gotta have Bristly Bill.
I'm surprised at Tiny Bones though. I didn't really I mean I guess it's a 1-for-1 with Death Touch with just like extreme upside, but like for $25, that seems a little much.
Well, it's seeing play in standard, so
That's why.
constructed wants it, and it's also a commander card.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure people will be building around it. So it's a hot card. It'll
I get
probably
it.
go down.
Go
I could
down,
see it
yes.
settling at like 8 to 12 maybe, you know.
Actually, as we're talking about, I'm interested to see what Delny from because Delny was Murder's highest price card, and
Ooh.
right
Yeah, check
now,
that out.
yeah, she's still occupying it at 33 for the showcase. Her and Vein
Yeah.
Ripper are holding it down at the top spots.
Well, Delney should see some playing standard. People got to give her a chance. That doubling trigger is scary.
Also, I mean, turn one Pickpocket, Tiny Bones, and then turn three Delny, and then all of a sudden you get two triggers of that. It's not bad.
Oh, and black white is the shell that you want to put it in anyway.
Yep.
That's awesome. Nice.
Cool.
All
All
right.
right,
Well,
maybe I'll
I'm
build
sure we'll
that.
see
I
that
don't know.
develop.
I was gonna
That would
say
be fun.
my
You don't have to spend the
Orzhov
money.
my Orzhov brain is clicking.
Yeah, dude. Get a little greedy freebooters in there. You know, keep it real low to the ground. You could play Liliana. You know, Mm, it's nice. I hope you build something soon. I built a green black Death Touch tribal deck for standard, just because I wanted to test out Vraska. I wanted to test out Tiny Bones. Um, and you know, it ended up being Glissa and Shieldred. And honestly, I'm not having too much fun with it. I don't I don't
Scrap
like
it.
having yeah, I built it, I played it a few times, it's gonna go already. Like you had said with Vraska, I found her a little underwhelming
Yeah.
because really the idea of if something good dies, you pay the 1 mana. But first off, your opponent has to have something good out. You have to be able to kill that something good. It needs to actually resolve, and then you have to have the mana to pay for it. And then it
Yeah.
just comes back as a treasure. And most of the time, the triggers that that deck is trying to do is not what you need to be doing. So
Yeah. It's definitely a commander card for sure. Like you
yeah,
need more options.
yeah, yeah. And Tiny Bones has not done anything for me. Um, so yeah, that was a bummer of a deck that I built. But now I
I
have
could see
Tiny Bones.
building Tiny Bones as like removal dot deck. Like run a bunch of Tiny Bones, run every removal spell. Obviously, others kind of like value kind of cards, but just like go heavy on removal and just utilize Tiny Bones to like cast their things.
I mean that makes sense. Do you think there are any good crime cards that should see play? Like you know, whenever you cast crime, this happens.
Isn't there the one red one that deals down? Oh my god, what's the name of the red one? It's like the one that they showcased like when they were explaining what crime was.
Oh, I don't know. Not hell to pay, right? No, that doesn't have it.
I can't recall. This is top quality podcasting. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're doing it. I'll tell you what. While you looked up that one, I'm gonna say my one call out for a crime card is Karavek the Punisher.
Oh fuck that.
I love the idea that whenever you commit a crime, exile one target black card from your graveyard and copy it. So it's like permanence, instants, sorceries. You just copy it, and then you can pay it, and then you only lose 2 life for doing it. But like, so it's ultimately pay 1 mana to cut something down, and then play anything you want from your graveyard. I think that could definitely get some play.
Oh
All
yeah,
right,
I agree. Oh,
what's your
so
crime
okay.
card?
I was thinking of Hell to Pay, realizing now that it is a card that commits a crime, but is not a crime payoff. So I don't currently
Okay,
have a crime payoff.
yeah, because they all suck. They all suck
Yeah,
except
kind of.
Karavek. Yeah,
Well, not in constructed,
Magda.
but Magda. Damn it. Yeah, I was gonna say. of any of them, if I were to build around anything, it'd be Magda, just because I love the idea of scorpion dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, and even just like you remove something and you kind of get mana for removing something. That's
Yeah.
great.
And
That's
then if you
great.
don't need the mana, like if you're out of, out of gas, just make a 4/4 fucking flying haste dragon.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Or I mean, use her just to make artifact tokens. If you just
Yeah.
need tokens to get rid of stuff, she's one of these. I can remove something, and now I have my artifact that I need, possibly for like a junk deck. Then when you just need treasure tokens. So I think Magda's pretty cool, and I guess it is the crime that makes her cool. So,
Yeah. You found one. You did
uh,
it.
yes, yes. Let's see. So I have my list here that I'm looking at of cards that I bought or plan to purchase from Thunder Junction. So this is actually buying Thunder Junction singles. Boom. Have you made your purchase yet from the new set?
I have not. I got a collector booster box. I wanted to see what I pulled out of that before I made any commitments to purchasing anything. And yeah, that's where I'm at currently.
That's exciting as hell. Is that your birthday present to yourself? Was that kind
Yeah,
of your
yeah,
thing?
especially because the set released our birthday weekend. So I was like, well, this box shows up and I get home and
Yeah.
I get to open it. Like, what am I gonna say? No?
Yeah. Yeah, my big treat to myself is actually I ordered myself a flipping pocket knife.
Ha,
I've never
word.
bought anyone else's knives. I have not purchased a knife in forever, and I'm so excited to get it. But what'd you open, man? How did the cracks pack or packs crack?
Not terrible. So I got a foil regular Terror of the Peaks, which was nice. I got a mana drain out of there, which is nice. I'm not too familiar with what's valuable out of like the big scores set, so I could have something valuable there. I got a final showdown, which is cool. I got two of that black rare that I really enjoyed. That like, let's see, what is it?
Avarice?
Insatiable avarice. Yes, yeah, insatiable avarice. So I got two of
Nice.
those, which I was excited about because I wanted to run those in a bunch of decks. So
Yes.
overall, I think I did pretty well and getting things that I actually wanted. The only thing that I didn't get that I think like I totally want to buy at some point is just the Gold Vein Hydra.
Yeah.
I don't even have the
How
deck for it. I just want one.
how much is the gold vein going for? I'm gonna guess $8. No, 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 no. I'm gonna say 14. I'll shoot it high because that's a good card.
Market price right now is 17.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's trending down a little bit. I see some for 15, some for 16, 17. Yeah, no, never mind. 17.
Okay. Hey, fuck it. Lightly played 13.24 with 75-cent shipping over here at the TCGs. uh,
TCGs, baby.
that's crazy. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it has to be over $10. That card is
Yeah, it's just
so
so good.
pumped.
And again, see, there's sometimes where I pick up like one copy of a card just because I did this like with All Will Be One, where it's like this card is gonna be very good later. Ultimately, I ended up selling that card, so it kind of goes against the point. But I like to get the one thing where I'm like, okay, this thing is gonna be, I think, like a staple later on. Because like the number of times I've missed out on getting like, was it like Beast Whisperer, for instance, who I don't know what that is now. But like there was a time when that tracked up to like $10.
Yeah.
And it's like I should have known. All right, they're sitting at like two or three, so it dropped back down. But like I should have
Yes.
known when it came out that like cast a creature, draw a card for 4 mana it was like gonna be a staple. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I don't want to keep missing these like
The
future
obvious ones.
staples. Yeah, and it's like that's
Yeah.
so obvious. So Gold Vein
Yeah.
Hydra seems like a auto include, not auto include. That's excessive, but an easy card to include in essentially any deck with green. Like most green decks.
Any deck with green is more than
Yeah,
welcome
it's one
to
green
take that
pip
card in.
and X. Any
Yeah.
point in the game, it's good. And when it dies, you get the treasure. It's like, what? That's amazing.
Yeah. I had told Keldon last week on the podcast that someone had cast it against me. We were top decking for the win at the end of the game, and they top decked it and cast it for like, I don't know, 9, 10, 11 mana, whatever, the end of the mana was. And I countered it with some like measly cheap spell.
Yeah,
It just felt so good. Cause like if that landed,
GG.
there's no just haste right there. It's swinging, so get the blue has its uses.
Yep.
I hate to say it, but blue is
Me too.
allowed in the 5-color pie. I'm okay with it. But yeah, Beast Whisperer. Mine was Guardian Project.
Yeah, that
My
was the other one. That's what I meant. Like, why the fuck?
my big win was buying the Croxas at like $4. I wonder how is Croxa still up? Because when Croxa first got announced, before we played with the whatever it is, the Escape, it was not expensive. Oh, okay, they're down to $3 now. Good. But for a while, they shot up to like 20 something dollars. It was crazy. It's cool how cards do that. Like it's our own little version of, I don't know, celebrations and lotteries, and it's cool. It's organic too, like people just get hyped about a card and it gets expensive.
Actually, I just realized that I got a foil mind break trap, and that shit is $40. $45.
Hey,
Did not realize
is
that
that
was
a
that
good card?
expensive. That isn't. I think this is run in like Legacy and like some like CDH. I'm not 100% sure, but it's 2 blue for an instant. It's a trap card, which is from, I believe, the original Zendikar. If an opponent casts 3 or more spells this turn, you can pay 0 rather than pay its mana cost. Exile any number of target spells. So if
Hmm.
someone's storming off, you can exile all their shit, or if they're deep in their turn, you can pay 0 to exile their thing. I don't know. I don't know why it's so expensive, to be honest with you.
I think that's a card that just hasn't been printed a lot. I'm sure if the printings of it were scarce, I think that's what it had to do with it. I know there was 2 cards that we're talking about in the bonus sheet that, or one of the sheets of the 7 sheets that came out that like needed a reprint really bad. Maybe that's one of them. Because if you're looking at it and you're kind of unsure of why it's so great, then it can't be that great.
Well, it's like Flusterstorm or Flutterstorm. I can't remember, but that egg that like counters like, oh, all the spells on the stack, or like I think that's like counter spell with Storm or something. Like I guess I'm just not playing in formats where I need to be concerned about people chaining that many spells together.
Yeah,
Not
that's
no one
true.
in our pod really runs Storm that often.
No,
So,
really not. We are not spell slingers for the most part. We like
well,
we
I will
like
be
beef
after
and
this new deck.
permanence.
I got
Hope
the
so. I'm
quick draw
excited.
precon.
Nice. Looking through it, is it powerful as a precon, or it
No,
definitely needs some upgrades?
no, it definitely. I would say that all of the Thunder Junction precons are kind of not quite as beefy as like the murders ones per se.
Okay.
But
And we got
that's
kind of,
fun though. I don't want it to be like busted.
yeah. Yeah,
I
they
want
can't
like a
all be
fun
like that.
spell slingery kind. That's the only reason I ended up grabbing it too. Is just because I've been craving like a spell slinger kind of deck, and I just felt like it was like of appropriate power level where it's not going to be combo-y or anything like that. It's just going to be, a little bit of value here and there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of keeping the super juice to the secret lair um commander decks, or universes beyond commander decks. I think that they should keep that as their most powerful decks for the most part.
Yeah,
Although we'll
agreed.
see with Modern Horizons, those decks might
Oh
be fucking
yeah,
wild.
true. Actually, just today, some leaks came out. There were some leaks today.
Ooh.
Yeah, some good looking stuff in my opinion.
Well, before we move out of shit to buy, I do have a card that I want to call out that I'm going to cough. I'm going to hit the pause button. I hit
Now
the
we're back.
pause button instead of the mute button. I should hit the mute button. I panicked. I felt it coming. And I panicked. But you're saying that you want to buy the gold bane because it's a special card. I think the best card in this set is actually Railway Brawler. It's
Interesting.
the 5 mana mythic, 3 green. It's a 5/5 with reach and trample. It has plot for 4, which is huge. And whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put X/1/1 counters on it, where X is its power.
Yeah,
So it
it's
just
strong.
it it doubles everything. It's a 5/5, and they come on as counters. So for Commander, I'm putting this right into Kate the Cage Brawler. I think this is the fact that you're already playing big green creatures. Like, just picture having this out and playing the Goldbane Hydra. Now it comes out with double the amount of counters on it. Like, just every creature played is awesome. So
Yeah.
I think Railway Brawler is gonna kill it, and it's expensive. So
Yeah.
there's hope. Grab it now before it becomes well. Hmm. So what do you think about this? This is a set that has so many cards over $10, and we're 2 weeks out now. Where typically right now everything's in the pits. Do you think that this set's just going to hold more value than other sets, or is it going to eventually level out?
It'll level out. I think it'll level out. So like I think we're still kind of in FOMO mode because technically it just released last Friday, the 19th. So it's really
Yeah.
only been out for 5 days. Everyone's trying to pick up their copies of things to get their standard decks ready for FNM this week. So things are, kind of in flux. I think like in a month we should look back and see, unless something like really spikes standard hard, most things should kind of fall. And then, they trend back up as other sets are released and this slows down getting opened. And then I think we'll see another price drop for rotation in like 6 years when this set rotates out of standard, whenever that is.
Yeah. Do you think the other sets are going to be this powerful, or do you think this was just kind of a perfect storm with like the bonus sheets and all that stuff?
I definitely think the bonus sheets are impacting. I mean, the set looks very strong regardless of the bonus sheets. The bonus sheets definitely made it like go over the top. And then you're also comparing it to Murders, which was generally considered to be fairly weak. So I think all those factors made it very strong. I have a hunch that Bloomborough is going to be bonkers only because I think that the general hype around it has been pretty like high since it was announced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's the set that like everyone is looking forward to. So I'm hoping that they take that in stride and you know juice it up a little bit. But at the same time, it's kind of funny to think about a set with like small woodland creatures and then that's going to be the powerful set. You know what I mean? Like what are they going to do with like the 1/1 squirrels? Like what is that 1/1 legendary squirrel going to do?
It's just going to be crafty as fuck, man.
Yeah.
Maybe some nimble little squirrels. Yeah, they're gonna find fun stuff. I like the trajectory that Magic is going, and actually, I I've been thinking about how they are touching everybody's toes right now. They're just reaching out and touching everybody's toes. Uh, that's not a metaphor. I guess what I'm trying to say
All
is
right, Dan Schneider.
they're they're trying to hit all audiences right now. They really, really are trying to grab the young kids who are into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and all the Fortnite. They're trying to grab their old time players, or they're really reaching out. Mainstream people who are into different IPs. They are doing a full grab right now, and it's kind of in the vein of, as I've always said, kind of selling out, going mainstream, you know, being a shill. But for some reason, as much as I think about it, I feel so okay with it. It doesn't bother me. I understand what they're doing. And where I feel like the talk is always kind of like, keep true to yourself. And right now, obviously, they're just reaching everywhere. I think it's okay, right, man? How do you feel about this as we're headed towards where it is going to be? We're going to have SpongeBob shit soon. And,
The Marvel
you know,
sets next year.
yeah, Cowboy Bebop is the giveaway at the, showdown. We're going to have Cowboy
Yeah.
Bebop cards. So, like, but none of it bothers me. I'm okay with all of it. Is it just because we're jaded, or is it really okay?
I think it's really okay. I mean, like at the end of the day, Magic is to me like a rule set, and we get these playing pieces to play within the rule set. If your playing pieces look a different, like like seeing Optimus Prime versus like Delney Streetwise Lookout, like they're all just made up characters to me. As long as the game is fun to play, the functionality, I look at it like skins in a video game. Like I wouldn't be upset if my like, for instance, randomly bring up Overwatch. Overwatch did a crossover with Cowboy Bebop and had skins in the game. And then Fortnite does it all the time. It just like, and I'm not saying that like Magic is a video game. Well, actually, with Arena and online it is,
Yeah.
but I just view it like that. It's just like the game itself is fun to play, so it doesn't bother me with the pieces. Our commander pod isn't hyper aggressive. In fact, I'm the one that probably no, that's a lie. The two of us are. I would say that you do just as much as me, but like in terms of keeping things updated. So it's never an arms
Yeah.
race. I never feel like I'm missing out on anything. I pick up the one or two cards that I think would be cool in a deck, or I'll build a new deck or something. But I never feel like, oh my god, I can't keep up. Only because like I don't need it all. I don't need everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is yeah. When you were saying it's a video game, but it's not. It's entertainment. This is entertainment. This is
Yeah,
just entertainment, and if it's entertaining, then it fits. It's like signing on to Netflix and being like, "What? I only like to watch the new, Avatar movies, and why do they have on this comedy bullshit?" It's like this is an entertainment space. Enjoy the fact that everybody wants to be in here sharing it, and
yeah.
I'm okay with it. But
What's
it's
the
something I
difference?
keep thinking about, you
Yeah,
know?
it doesn't bother me at all. And only because it seems like there hasn't been a real miss in terms of universes beyond, in my opinion. Uh, nobody. I haven't met anybody that gives a shit about any of the Fortnite secret layers. Um, I love the Fallout cards. I love the Lord of the Rings cards. Don't care about Doctor Who. Love the Doctor Who cards. Warhammer cards. You know what I mean? Like it's never been a miss. It's always treated with respect and done well. And again, it's just a playing piece in a game.
Yeah. It's funny too because I almost wanted to joke and say like, well, as long as they don't put Taylor Swift on the card, but it's like
Huh.
they put Post Malone on a card, and Post Malone was just made a video with Taylor Swift. So like, it's just my perspective where I'm like, well, not Taylor Swift, but Post Malone's okay. So it's like, yeah, put Taylor Swift on a card too. Fuck it. Like let's get
And
some
that's
Selena
why
Gomez commanders. Fuck it.
and that's why I like it. And even more so, I like that regulated to like a secret layer where now you're not having random players open a pack that has Post Malone in it. But if you're a fan of Post Malone or you like the cards or whatever, you can go purchase that secret lair and have those cards to play with. It's not even in the general public.
Dude, I am the biggest fucking hypocrite. I am a truly walking hypocrite because I just realized my favorite thing to do was alter cards before all of these things came out. Of like, oh, let me put crazy characters on our fucking
Yeah,
magic cards
like
to make
Thor
them look different.
or Thanos. Yeah, and now we're
Yeah,
gonna get those. So
yeah. So
so
yeah,
it doesn't bother me at all.
yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's something that we wanted, and then they gave it to us, and now we're like, well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah.
ultimately,
Okay.
yeah, whatever gets, I've said it many times in the cast before, whatever gets more people playing the game or continue the game going, because I don't want it to stop. I want the game to last as long as I'm alive. So, you know what I mean? Like you need to keep getting new people in on board. And if those universes beyond and fun detective set or Wild West set gets people interested, then let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, just no more $1,000 proxy packs.
Yeah, that was
That's the
ridiculous.
only thing.
I'm
Yeah,
very
that
anti
was
that.
the
That was outrageous.
yeah, that was the only time that I ever truly was like, this is actually a problem. This
Yeah,
is fine.
I agree on that. Same.
But again, didn't didn't ruin my day. You
Nope.
know, no one took money out of my pocket against my will. It was just something I passed up. Um, All right, so let's talk about some Thunder Junction. Huh? Huh? Uh,
Uh,
so I had come against a card in limited that fucked me up really good, and then I was playing standard, and it fucked me up there. It's Assimilation Aegis, which is one.
oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's one white green. It's an artifact equipment. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to one target creature until Aegis leaves the battlefield. So it's like an O-ring on a creature for a creature. And then whenever it becomes attached to a creature, which the equip is only two, that creature becomes a copy of what it exiled. So one, this is awesome because it's a 3 mana, removal for white and blue, which is always good. They run it. But being able to equip it and gain control of that allows a blue white deck to play little 1/1 flying birds, little evasive creatures, 1/1s that can't block, 1/1s with, you know, and now they wait until you play your pride and joy, they take it, and now they can make their bird that while only needing one removal spell in their deck.
Yeah.
Um, so it's good just played like it's supposed to be played, but the fact that it's an artifact and an equipment means that anything that can copy an artifact can just keep on copying this exile spell. And that's what happened to me actually in limited. I had 3 creatures on board. They played this and it exiled one of my creatures. And then they played this other card that copied an artifact on your board, and I don't remember the name of it. But they ended up with 4 of these Aegises, and
Fuck that.
I could not keep a creature out, and they had enough
Yeah.
mana to do it every turn. And I'm top decking at this point, so um, I think if people take a little time to look at it and understand that it's an artifact that does what enchantments do, and you can equip to use what it exiled, this has a lot of potential to it. So, Assimilation Ages.
Yeah, I actually
Hmm.
passed that up on draft pick, and I
Oof.
was a little salty about it after the fact because then I was like, wait a minute, and then it was too late.
Did you end up in those colors?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's good enough. But I don't know if it's color changing good.
No, exactly. Because I had the blue and the red, and I was like, splash white, and I was like, nah, it's not worth it, but might have been worth it.
Yeah. Well, have you looked through any other cards in Thunder Junction? Is there any cards that you think you overlooked initially?
No, I have perfect perception from the jump. I'm sure there
All right.
will
So
be. I'm sure there
let
will be.
let me ask you then, because this is off of the bonus sheet, and I didn't pay this card any attention, and it hasn't been cast against me. I haven't used it, but it's something that I'm honestly, and I think it's cheap. Collector's Cage, which is a mythic from the bonus sheet. It's one in a white. It's got Hideaway 5, so you do the Hideaway 5 stuff, just like you know, uh, fight rigging. And it says one tap it, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature you control. Then, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. So it's Coven.
Yeah.
This 2 mana artifact can put a 1/1 counter every turn for 1 mana. And once you hit Coven, you get to cast the Hideaway, which could be anything at all. Um, So this is a cheaper way and a faster way to cheat out a card than fight rigging. When you really think about it, fight rigging needs to be turn 3 that you drop it, and you have to have a 7 mana creature. And then it only puts 1 counter on and you don't have to pay for it. But ultimately, this is 1 turn cheaper. It's easier to get it to flip, and it's still putting on a 1/1 counter. So I think Collector's Cage is gonna get its day to shine.
Okay. You heard it here first.
And again, it's an artifact. Artifacts are blue white artifacts is a thing that people are not touching because Urza is still in the format right now. You could build an Urza deck or an artifact deck, Power Stones, whatever, and then just hope you don't run against a generous plunderer. You know,
Yeah. The opposite of that is a card that I keep reading and not understanding why it's so expensive is Lotus Ring.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. It's a 3 mana, equip 3, +3/+3 in vigilance, sack the creature to add 3 mana of one color. So like, is it just because it's like ha ha ha, it's Black Lotus that it's like expensive? Because the regular copies are, or at least of the showcase art, are like $18. And I just don't understand.
No, my
Yeah, I
God.
don't understand the appeal. I don't understand the appeal.
Is it a mythic?
Yes. Well, it's in the big
The
score
bonus
sheet.
sheet.
So
Okay.
I think all of those are mythics or some, or most of them are some shit.
Okay.
I just don't get it.
But yeah, because I mean a 3 mana with 3 to equip. That 3 to equip is the killer. Is there a way to equip it in standard right now for free? Isn't there something? Oh no, no, I'm thinking of dog meat. Dog meat can equip this for free,
Yeah, dog meat. But still,
but
even
nothing in
then,
standard.
what, to sacrifice it to get 3 mana,
Right.
and then you pay that mana to equip it to something else? Like, yeah, sure, you could sack all your creatures for free
Yeah.
essentially, but so
Yeah. Like
can Viscera
if
Seer.
I needed 3 mana, I would not spend 3 mana to go kill a creature to get 3 mana. I would just use the
Yeah,
3 mana in the first place.
and then, if even if it's in response to like removal, you're not likely in a position to utilize the 3 mana. So yeah, I'm just kind of like,
Can it be used as a mana rock? Is it also a mana rock?
no,
Oh my
it's
God. If it
just
was
all it is indestructible.
a mana rock too,
That'd be
maybe.
cool,
Okay.
sure, yeah,
Yeah.
but not 3 mana equip 3. I don't get it.
Yeah. That's just some noobs that see the name of that card and they're like, I'm gonna invest. These are gonna be
Yeah,
huge.
watch me be wrong, and it's like a staple of like Legacy or some shit.
Not, but that's useless in our meta. Like unless you're
Yeah,
building around specifically, let me equip things for free. But again, if you're doing things to equip, you don't want to kill your creatures because you're trying to keep
no,
creatures out long enough to survive equipment.
yeah,
So
exactly. That's the whole point. You're doing some sort of Voltron-y shit, or
yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's some card that says whenever something's equipped, if it dies, something amazing happens. I don't fucking. But like, just put a skull clamp on it, right?
yeah,
Fuck out of
clamp it.
here. But I don't know. Well, Generous Plunderer, I do want to call out though, is very expensive. It's like $10 or $13 for Generous Plunderers. It's 1 in a red, 2/2 with menace. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tap treasure token. Whenever Generous Plunderer attacks, it deals damage to defending player equal to the number of artifacts they control.
I like it.
My favorite part about this card is, I mean, the fact that you get a treasure. It has menace. It's it's a cool little creature, low, so it can fill an early thing in your commander. But there's always that game when someone gets mana fucked, and this is how many times have we said, "I wish I could just give you one land,"
Yeah,
and this is a way of getting myself something, and like, listen, I'm going to give you that treasure, but you're also going to have to take the damage for it. Like, there's a
please,
tax for
can I have some more? And then they
it.
drop a treasure.
That's it, and you just gotta take a little damage, and you're gonna get it, and I'm
You're gonna
helping
get
you,
that.
and I like it, and then you make such a big deal out of giving someone that treasure that no one even notices that you also got the treasure, you know.
I
So I
will.
I I,
I'll
I
fucking
really like
notice.
it. Yeah, yeah.
I'll say something because I'm never getting that treasure. So
I would, Joel. I would never give you that treasure. You could be the only opponent, and I'll put my gilded ring on it and sacrifice it for the mana. Never getting
I
that
wouldn't have
treasure.
it any other way.
But I like it. So honestly, I pulled the second one of this. I went and I bought the extended art foil to this, and then I pulled another extended art foil because that's how life goes.
Yeah, but you need to. You need them.
Yeah, but it makes me want to build that banana monkey commander even more.
I
Can
think
you
you should.
imagine this in banana monkey?
Oh God, yeah, God, no, yeah,
Because
that's
and it's just
amazing.
one more way that I could build it with land destruction
Yeah,
because
fucking
I'm gonna get
Kibo.
treasures from this guy. So Bebo, that's his name.
I think it's Kibo or something.
Kibo. Okay. Well, I'm gonna look into that. Last is the sword. Did you pull the sword? Did you end up getting that in your pack?
Did not get a sword. I still want a copy of the sword because I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
Um, I know people aren't hype on it. A lot of people are shit talking it actually online. I still think it's pretty neat.
Well, let them keep shit talking it. Get the prices down a little bit more because we're almost down to under 20. So
Yeah.
please, if it's
Oh, not right
20,
now. I
I'm
mean,
buying it.
20, it's at 29, 28
Oh, is it going back up? I saw it
regular.
25 for a little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to
Damn.
creep back up.
Well, then I might just have to snag one. Um, so one of the big things about it is I want to, during the summer when I have some time to breathe and really work, I plan on making a slightly smaller replica of the Sword of Wealth and Power, like to forge out one actually.
Word. That's awesome.
Yeah, I really like how it looks. It doesn't
Good
have too
artwork.
much. Well, so they're both scaled the same in either artwork. Ideally, I would be working off of the original art to get
Mm.
that profile, but you get a little bit more detail on the alternate art. For those few parts that are glowing off, I think I'm going to use a clear resin or a clear acrylic to build out to that piece of steel. That way, it's kind of invisible, and I'll shape it up nice. That way, it fits part of the design. But also, when you're looking at it in the dark, it looks like it's hanging
Glowy.
off of there. But yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna work on it, but so I want to get the card. That way, when I finally build it, I could take a picture with the card.
And
So
be like, oh, I have it.
this might just be a really expensive, long-winded way of me to justify buying the card right now,
Yeah.
but
I need this because how am I going to build it?
I need the schematics. Shit. So, but yeah, I do like that sword, and I do not see a lot of hype for it, like you said, but it's
Yeah.
really cool, and I want to
Keep
test it
talking
out.
shit. Yeah. Drop the price.
Yeah. Also, I did just notice that there's a card bounty board, which you can. It's a 3 mana rock, but you could also pay one to put a bounty counter on a target creature. So Mathis is coming back. I think
Mathis is back. Oh
we
my
now have
God. For the third
four
time.
4 or 5 cards that are putting out bounty counters.
Yeah,
So
dude. He
yeah,
never left, dude. He's been here for years.
yeah, yeah, dude. Mathis. Yeah, he'll get rebuilt. He sure will. I don't know what to do with Will right now. Rowan, I'm sorry, Rowan. I think it's it's too powerful for what I'm trying to do. And when I am playing powerful decks, I play it too recklessly and I just die before the game even starts.
Huh.
So it was
It's the
fun,
feast or
but
famine of Rowan.
yeah, I think I got to break it up. Plus, like all of my good fast mana is in that deck, so maybe I break it up and distribute the love to my
Yeah,
other
spread it.
fellas. Yeah, and then that just opens up a new Rakdos slot for me to build in.
And you have to have a Rakdos deck.
Yeah, it'd be blasphemy if I didn't.
I actually
But
have a
no
fun
idea who I would build. Oh yeah, you got
Rakdos.
fun or trash?
Yeah, I have a fun or trash for you. Unless
All
I'm
right, hit
jumping the
me.
gun. Are you ready to move to fun or trash?
Yes, yes, but I also have one for you. So we got 2 fun or trashes, double
Oh,
the
word.
trouble for the weekly
Okay.
miss. So hit me.
Okay. So mine is a card called Divine Intervention. It's 6 white, white. So 8 mana total for an enchantment. Divine Intervention enters the battlefield with 2 intervention counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an intervention counter from Divine Intervention. When you remove the last intervention counter from Divine Intervention, the game is a draw.
Oh shit. So immediately, and I know this card. I want to say fun, but
Oh,
I
you know this
don't
card?
think
Where do you know this card from?
um I've just heard the conversation about what the fuck kind of card just ends a game in a draw. And it's
I
just that like
love it. I love it.
yeah, me too. But like I'm saying, so like I want to say fun, but I don't know if fun is the right word for this card. Um, I like where it's if you're playing the most controlly of control decks, and it's like one of these things where it's like, how is it going to end? And once everyone kind of has been controlled into misery, you just drop this and just it's that little whipped cream and cherry on
Yeah,
top,
but
you know?
everyone wins. Everyone
Yes.
wins.
Yeah, yeah, because
It's not
it's
like
like, listen, I'm not destroying the table. No one
it's not
lost.
approach. It's not approach. You're not winning. Everyone is winning.
Oh gosh. No, I'm joking with you. This is trash, and I just played along to see your true side. This is fucked up. Get out of here with this card.
I love it.
No, yeah.
It's
Yeah, this
a
is
draw. If you can drop an 8 mana enchantment and protect it for 2 turns after that, and no one can remove it, and then it's just everyone wins. I think that's the greatest thing. I'm putting this in the enchantment deck just so that if it gets
please,
removed, I
please.
can make a copy of it with Onyxia, and then have a
Yeah.
creature with divine intervention ability.
Yeah, you're just gonna have Shalai and Avacyn and all these things
Yeah.
and be like, what guys, just remove it. Why don't you just remove it?
And then we all win. And then we all
Yeah.
win. Oh my god, we all win.
Listen, with the way our games have been going, honestly, anything to finish a game and get on to our next one. Our last few games have been pretty long-winded. We
Yeah.
have some real back and forths. So yeah, maybe we do show those. Let's end the game and get on. But so,
All
all
right.
right, divine
Fun.
intervention, fun, but
Officially
let's not
fun.
use that word. Let's not use
Officially
that
fun.
word. Let's ask Mark if he likes that card. You should play it. Let's just put it right in for
Yeah,
science
and
and
just
test it out,
sneak it
see what
in.
happens. Yeah. Yeah. But before you win with it, you have to Teferi's protection with it just to like give it a little razzle dazzle, you know?
Yeah, and then definitely make it to the next turn.
Yeah. All right. So my funner trash for you is a card from Thunder Junction. It's Requisition Age. Requisition Raid. There we go. So it's a spree card. It's an uncommon sorcery, 1 white mana. And I think that this is awesome. So destroy target card is the +1. I'm at my second beer.
Just
We're at the end of
rip.
the podcast, guys.
Yeah, we made
Thunder
it.
Junction.
Yeah. It's the foam at the bottom. You're getting the ass end.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's 1 white mana. You can pay 1 extra to destroy target artifact, 1 extra to destroy target enchantment, or 1 to put a 1/1 counter on each creature target player controls. Or you can do all 3. But like I think this is an awesome removal for fucking taking everything out. But also, is this trash?
No, not at all. I think this is very fun.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Because in my
Because
eyes, I'm like, you could do all of it.
yeah,
But is it ever
for
really
4
going to be that
mana.
way?
I mean, yeah, so realistically, you're probably using it as a 2 mana destroy artifact or enchantment thing. But you're in white. And any deck, I would say, okay, so it's fun in any deck where you're kind of going wide. Or wider. Like, you have a bunch of things on the board. Because then you're getting the like, oh, I'm gonna remove your bullshit enchantment, and I'm gonna pump my 6 creatures by 1/1 each for 3 mana. That's awesome. And it's not 1/1 till the end of the turn. It's a counter, so that stays. And then I don't think that even if you don't have a lot of creatures, I don't think 2 and a white for destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment is the worst. I don't think it's the best, but it's also, I think, like, like it's the modal abilities, like the ability to choose what you need in the situation that makes it fun for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though it's a sorcery, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Even though it's a sorcery,
Yeah.
because then you can bump your team. I think it's fun. I think it's a good card. I could see myself putting this in Aragorn, my human deck.
Oh, yeah. That's a good spot for it. Because I read it as like, typically that slot in your commander deck is removal. It's
Yes.
something really efficient to get rid of enchantments or artifacts, or maybe even non-land permanent. But this one can get rid of 2 things and pump your shit.
Yeah.
But again, like I don't know if I'm just thinking pie in the sky on this one, but good.
No,
Was it a good
I
one?
think it's
Okay.
good. I think it's worth running
All
in
right.
a lot of decks with white.
Okay. Because that removal slot is an important one. You don't,
Yeah.
and there's so much removal. Is when you swap out something like a I don't know, anguish unmaking to put in something like this. Now,
Oh,
would you take out an anguish
I would
unmaking
never,
for this?
no, never in a million years would I do
Okay,
that.
so it's
No,
not trash, but it's not anguish unmaking.
I would
Okay.
take out like utter ends for this,
Okay. The format on that,
or
yeah.
yeah. I have like a hierarchy. I have a tier list. I could also see putting this in over like a path.
Okay. Yeah. But a path will get rid of a creature where this won't get rid of a creature.
Yeah, but like, see, I'm not
Yeah.
above running disenchant occasionally.
Yeah. Which
So
this is a clear upgrade to that, right?
yeah, exactly. Because then
Okay.
it's either one for the same cost, or I mean, disenchant's
Both.
an instant, or you could do both for 3. And then if you want to get a little, little flavor, get that
Yeah.
third mode on there.
Yeah. All right, cool. The spree cards are actually showing out to be a lot better. Well, not that we didn't think they were going to be good, but we were curious to see how they played out, and all the spree cards seem to be doing
Yeah,
really well.
hot fire.
Yeah, and plot seems to be doing way better. The only
Yeah,
dud seems not a dud is the saddle isn't
saddle.
something that
Yeah, it's tough.
we'll be seeing constructed play. But I can't believe you tried to hit me with the divine intervention, man. Damn.
Fun.
Is it expensive?
I have.
Is
Let's look
that
it
a
up.
yeah? Because I mean, if it's cheap enough, I think everyone should run it. TCG player.
So it is $100. So
Oh,
no,
okay.
so I'm never running this card.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
When I
Yeah.
win the lottery, I'll run this card, but this is not a casual fun card
All
price.
right. There we
I
go.
had one
Yeah.
more. I had one more. I actually have to look it up, and this will be the last card, and then we could
Yeah.
wrap it up.
No,
Um,
I'm in no rush. Although I drank I drank all my beer. I told myself I wouldn't drink both beers. I was like, today's not the day, Michael. You're not gonna drink them both. Here I am. Now I might go get a
um,
hard Arizona too.
ooh,
Yeah. I got the lemonades. I got a whole lemonade
ooh.
pack. Yeah.
Okay, so actually, I saw this card pop up in a discussion about the Outlaw Commander deck, and I just wanted your opinion on it real quick.
All
Is
right.
Soldier of Fortune, which is a one red for a 1/1. It's a mercenary, so it's an outlaw, and it has the ability tap red, pay red, tap it. Target player shuffles their library. That's it.
Oh my god. Now, the only time I could see myself saying, "Yeah, I need to get this in here," is if I'm playing against someone with what is it, the top?
Yeah,
But this won't
Sensei's
even
divining
fuck with the
top.
top because they'll do their top thing, and once they're happy with it, and you go to do it, they just replace it with the top. Oh, but then they shuffle in their top.
Yeah,
Hmm. Okay, so it would kind of still fuck them.
yeah, and it's a crime.
But dude, all right, that guy's face. I don't know if you're looking at the card art.
Yeah, he looks like he smelled
Um,
something stinky.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's unsure whether it's strong. It's a strong
Yeah,
smell. He doesn't know whether he likes it or not yet.
yeah, exactly.
uh, yeah, I don't know about this card, man. I have a million other ways that I'd like to commit a crime than to make someone shuffle their library.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
if it wasn't to tap it,
for one
but you have to
mana,
tap him. He's a 1/1.
yeah, but it's infinite crimes, not infinite, but repeatable crime, and it's an outlaw, so it goes in the outlaw decks. I think this is an auto included in the outlaw deck.
Uh, all right, man. Yeah, I mean,
Auto
is he
include.
cheap? Is he also $130?
Dude, I don't know. I
Hey,
don't
everybody, run
know.
this $200
Yeah,
card.
yeah, we're the opposite of the professor. We're just like run the expensive
Yeah.
thing.
Have you guys ever heard of the dual lands?
It is
They're pretty good.
a volcanic island. Sure does something.
Yeah.
14 cents.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, throw that in. Throw that in just for the sauce. Just so, like, when you play it, people are like, "What are you doing with that card?" And when you cause that crime trigger to happen, and while they're shuffling, you're doing your goodness. All right.
Yeah.
I'm on board. You sold it to me.
Fun.
Yeah,
The winner
and
is
that
fun.
face. I don't know. I think if I was to alter this card, I would just simply put a little mustache on that man.
That's it.
Just
That's an altar even I could do.
yeah. You're right. Yeah, just a nice Sharpie. Maybe get the fine tip, the artistic type. He's handsome. I honestly, so I just finished Oathbringer.
Oh yeah.
I'm now 3 deep in the Stormlight archives.
Yes,
Uh
sir.
Wild. I finally know the most important words a man to a man or a man can say. Uh that was awesome. Uh but this guy kind of looks like maybe now I know they have darker hair, darker skin and everything, but in my head, this is what I picture Adolin to be.
Yeah,
Is
that
like
makes sense.
this hunky sword swinging fucking scowly faced guy. So there it is.
You
He
want to hear
captures
something
the
interesting? Actually, speaking of Stormlight,
hit
apparently
me.
Brandon Sanderson has said that he views Kaladin as an Asian man.
Kaladin, really.
Yeah, Kaladin is Asian.
I always pictured Kaladin as more as like a Middle Eastern styled man, like
I also saw him as like an olive or like nut brown type of like skin, but apparently like if somebody came on and was like, "Oh, like I'd like to play Kaladin in the show," or like he was talking to some celebrity and he was like, "Well, unfortunately, like Kaladin's more of like an Asian kind of guy."
oh,
I could
interesting.
see, you know who I could see playing him if he's an Asian? Steven Yeun, or I don't know how to say his last name, but the Glenn from Walking Dead. He
Oh
could be
shit,
Kaladin. Yeah.
dude, yeah. Dude, dude, right? Yeah, him carrying the bridge.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
let him just get
Bridge
the beard grown out
fall.
and everything. Yeah,
Bridge fall.
yeah. I
All right.
looked up the bridge for patch. The
Oh,
fucking when are
I'm
we
gonna
going to
get
get
that
our
as a
bridge for
tattoo.
tattoos?
Yeah, I already did. I'm already there. I'm already there. Joey
Oh
and I
my
are already there. We're getting the Bridge 4 symbol because it looks cool. Fuck it.
dude, yeah, that's so funny. All right, let's make that appointment. We need that
Yeah,
shit because
I'm
yeah, bridge
100% on
4.
board. Bridge fall.
Awesome. That's great. No, that's good. I'm excited to go on to the next one, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do when I finish these.
Oh,
I'm
you have
scared.
plenty more. You have all those secret projects.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Keep it coming. Yeah, because at that point I know all the info. It's bad though, man. I listen to these books and I just don't retain as much information as I'm supposed to. Like I treat it like like when you're watching a TV series with your significant other and you're falling asleep through half of them, and at the end
Yeah.
of the series, you're like, I pretty much know what happened. Like we got here, but you know,
And then they
don't
mentioned
remember
like,
why this happened.
oh, when so and so did that thing, and you're like, when did that happen?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I mean, I kind of know that there was repercussions from it, but I don't remember
Yeah, I
that
don't remember.
scenario
Yeah, the
exactly.
exact event.
The only problem is like I'm there for all of it. There's no reason for me not to be retaining this information. I just think it's how I process stuff where
Yeah.
it's like I don't really
Well,
hold
hey,
up
just an excuse
information.
to go back and re-listen to them all.
That's true. I did. I re-listened to well, not the whole episode, but after I finished the 2-hour chapter at the end, like the whole fight scene,
Yeah.
um, was it a spear not broken or whatever? I
Yeah.
just restarted it and I listened to that all over again.
Hell
Because I
yeah.
had the time, man. I got all the time in the world, so just get through that.
So
But
next up for you is Dawn Shard, right?
isn't it Rhythm of War? Or
Rhythm of War is
Rhythm
the
of
last one, but yeah, there's the short
oh,
story
okay.
Dawn Shard,
Oh, okay. Oh,
which
that's
I
right. There's a
believe,
3.5 in there.
yeah,
I I have so many questions to ask you about this too, and obviously I'll wait till we're sitting at the commander table to just like help me explain the difference between. And I don't know if this is a silly question, but what is it? Well, I mean, there's the radiance, and then there's the storm chasers or something that Zeth is in.
that's
And
a sect of Radiant.
oh, not, there was
The
another.
Void Callers,
No, I don't
or
know.
Void
I'll
Singers,
I'll
rather.
no. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm just thinking of a subsect.
Yeah, because the
Um,
Radiants are like all of them, but then there's Truth Seekers, there's Edge Dancers, there's um Storm
Storm Chasers, which is Zeth, right? Is it Storm Chaser? Storm
Storm
Dancer?
Breakers, I think.
Maybe that's what it is.
Is
I gotta look it up now, though.
yeah. Well, yeah, we'll talk about it next time we see.
Yeah, yeah, but like I said, like I've retained so much of it. I have so many questions, and I also don't know if it's like because obviously he writes it where he leaves up questions, and I don't know if he's leaving up questions, and I'm just assuming I missed the explanation of it. But dude, Dalinar is my fucking dude.
Yeah, Dalinar's the
Dalinar's
dog.
the best. Oh man. Ah. So yeah, anybody who plays Magic, go listen. Even if you don't listen to anything else, just start with the Stormlight Archives. Just go for it. I
No,
know,
Mistborn.
you know, no, no. Just go for the Stormlight Archives. As someone who's gone through it, Mistborn is honestly my favorite of them. But that's
Yeah,
something you could
Mistborn's
drop
great.
back and listen to. But the Stormlight is just so
Skybreakers, that's
good.
what they're called.
Skybreakers. Okay, that's what it is. I heard that, and when they were calling Zeth a Skybreaker, I'm like, wait, I don't know why. Okay, but all right.
Yeah. It's like what two powers you combine
Okay.
defines your power, like your sect, your order rather.
Do you have a preference that you would want to be in?
I mean, truth seekers or whatever the fuck they're called seem pretty cool. Truth watchers.
Which one? Who has that one? What's that one? Is that
I
the
don't want
Shalon?
to.
Okay. All right. So don't say
No.
it then.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't want
Because
to. I don't want to give away.
Shalon's my shit. I want to make illusions.
Shalon's a light weaver.
Lightweaver. Awesome. That shit's cool.
All right.
She's too funny. She's too funny. All right.
Yeah.
We'll have this
Yeah.
conversation
I was gonna
all
say
podcast. We reached our time, man. I think we're at the bottom of the glass. So
we are at the fucking bottom of the glass.
we made it, dude. It is so nice to fucking get back here on this fucking podcast with you. I know it's been a long few weeks, and I know the next few weeks are probably going to be just as turmoil filled as the past few. So everybody, bear with us. We'll get it out as
We're
best
getting
we
it out.
can. Yeah, yeah. And honestly, if it came down to we either record or we play some Commander,
We're gonna play some Commander.
But I will see you next week, brother. You have a good one. Take it
You
easy.
too. So long.